Oops, let me move this around here. So I'm running a little bit late. I just really wanted to get a lot of sleep and try to finally kick this thing. I think I'm almost there. I still got a little bit of a cough, a little bit of congestion, but it's a lot less than I have had. So hopefully we're on our way. I should be able to stay up a little bit later, though. I don't have to get up particularly early in the morning.
The mist knows my name. It followed for years. But it was only asking for help.
I think I'm still going to stick with this. I really don't like the other one yet. They're thinking about changing it at the start of Season 10. I really just like the guaranteed gold. Even though it's pretty easy to trigger with Senna, the on-hit stuff in the mid-game take a lot longer. Okay, let me bring the chat back out. I need to get a Senna skin. I need to be playing Senna more. Like, one thing that I'm kind of realizing in Diamond, is that, like, people are just a lot more aggressive in general in the laning phase. And so it feels like you kind of do need, you do need more aggression. You can't just play for the mid game, I think. I mean, maybe I'm overdoing it, but that's kind of what my read is on it, is people, like, it's easier for them to dodge, like, simple stuff like Soraka's Qs, and then they just punish you harder. And they're just more aggressive. Like, the big difference is, like, the Sennas and Caitlyn's are just feel like they're 5 times better in low diamond than they are in platinum, because they just maximize that range. Maybe I've just been playing as really good ones over the last couple of days, but
The past is a wave. Keeps returning.
what's up, Mike? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Deshane. Well, I'm glad you finished your exams, but I'm sorry to hear that you were having some problems. Gosh. Wow, he got 3 hits on it. I guess he hit me with a Q or something. Lucian, any day. I just said this, and now, like, my ADC is just, like, playing behind me. Like, literally behind me. And I was just talking about how aggressive they are. This is the main reason I didn't play things like Senna and Platinum, is because your ADCs just won't help you, like, harass at all. It's just not worth playing harassment. Yeah, I still have the damage to kill him early on. I'm gonna have to push though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this positioning's gonna be pretty bad, but I don't know. I can't do a ton about that.
An enemy has been slain.
Is that in any way viable? Hold on, I can't follow what you're talking about. Give me a second. I guess we'll just go for the AD stuff. We'll try it out. Try to go for Umbral.
It's always dark on the horizon if you only look up during storms.
Wait, with which champion? With Kaisa as ADC? Who are you talking about? Janna? Chivalry is very situational. Like, you don't want to do that all the time. I wouldn't do Trellias most of the time. Give me one more charge, bro. Fucking kidding me? The Pike got it? She has smite? Jesus H. Woo! Okay.
Wants to hear me scream. He can keep waiting.
See, it's missing cannons. I should have saved maybe one, but I could get that. I wasn't paying attention.
I remember my nightmares. Wish I could remember them.
Lucian, what are you, is he typing or something? What's going on? Am I at ADC now? Oh, I've been sick for like a month and a half or something, Fabian. I slept for a lot today, actually. I'm not as tired as I was. I'm just sick, man. Hopefully I'm getting over it.
Lucian thought I was lost, but I was only changed.
Why would he flash before the ult goes off? I don't know.
Life won't let me go.
Dude, he's gonna get soloed by this pike, isn't he? Yeah.
It's just nice not to be in
What the hell?
Hunted by the forces of darkness? Okay, I can make this work.
I need to be warding more. My warding's terrible this game, but I'm just so focused on playing Sen. I haven't played Sen in a while. How do you yeah, he doesn't even have Mobies. I don't know how he got back so fast. Flashing under a fucking tower, for real? I guess they know where Shyvana is. Okay, I was about to say, if he missed that, I was gonna be real sad.
Am I still...
Damn, I really don't like the channel time on that.
The more blood on your hands, the harder it is to let go.
I need a control ward. I should have either flashed earlier before Cosmo flashed, or I should have just hard committed to him under the tower. And just like ulted, like W'd him under the tower. And then, like W him as he's running at me. And then ult under tower to give myself the shield. It's not a huge shield there right now.
Plating will fall soon.
Yeah, it's not that big. He might have taken one more auto attack, and I don't remember if I had Ignite or not. I maybe could have traded.
Out of the lantern, hell came with me.
Be careful though. Boss side, huh?
Death doesn't leave scars.
It feels like that doesn't last as long, the Umbral. I'm gonna come down here too.
Gun's not heavy after all the fear I've been through.
Problem is, we're gonna get outscaled. We needed to bully these guys much harder during the laning phase, but Lucian is just not down with it. I mean, Senna's pretty good later on too, but I don't know. Hey, thanks, Dragon House. Yeah, I'm probably like 90%. Still a little sick. Hopefully, I don't relapse. I thought I was getting better last week too. It was like round 2.
Has destroyed a turret.
I couldn't step up to get that soul. I think it was too spooky. Could have got us there. What? How do we not have Blade of the Ruined King at like 17 minutes yet? Well, we can't fight him. I just realized we don't have Blade. Unless we can get a good bait here. We're not gonna go after the person to get hit from a bubble. You know, because they're stationary and can't dodge the bubble. And then that person hooks me into the tower because we didn't kill him. Like, if Zoe just went after him instead of going after the Cogmaw, like, go after the person that you hit. Well, that's really frustrating. I need to get some boots. Some upgraded boots. I know Kog'Maw does a lot of damage, but like, we can kill him afterwards. It's fine. He's not going anywhere.
But I'll never.
He's also not CC'd, so he can just flash under tower. You focus whoever you hit with the CC. Like, yeah, it's great if you hit the Cogmaw with the CC, but I mean, it's not like Pyke's a tank. Like, he dies too, and he does a lot of damage also. At this point in the game, he's of similar, like, threat as Cogmaw is.
Light should teach us not to fear the dark.
Whoa, what the well, she got him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I could have W'd and flashed and got the Kog'Maw too instead of the Pike. I just thought we were going to go for the person that Zoe bubbled. That's what I, was always taught. You need to get the person that you get hit with the CZ unless it's like a person you can't kill, like a tank or something. At least we got a dragon. I guess that's good. Jesus! Wow, okay, my bad. He just straight R'd me down. He didn't even hit me with anything else. Alright.
Died again. Must be getting good at it.
Yeah, but he didn't even like hit me with anything to slow me. I know the ult provides a very small slow. Like he didn't have any stacks of the true damage. You get the stacks through the ult, but I don't know. That was a lot of damage for one item, and he doesn't hit me with any combo. It's just straight up like that's it. Wow, every single person's here? Why are there 5 people there? What the hell are these rotations? And our Lucian's bot side, so they get Baron. I mean, it makes sense why they're there. I'm just wondering why our team's not there too. Because, like, the only thing on the map that's worth getting is Baron right now. Like, there's just no reason to be on the bottom side of the map. You don't have teleport.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
My life. Why should today be any different?
I mean, they're just rotating way better than we are. Literally all 5. I guess they were setting up for Baron. With the Pike getting vision around it.
I used to tell myself I was fighting back, but I was only running with a gun in my hand.
Well, this game was definitely disproving my theory. I have to play a better early game champ because ADCs are really aggressive. Low diamond, and I really need to be like pressuring more in the laning phase. Solution is set like basically AFK during the lane. And by during the lane, I mean during the game. So Nautilus, probably not Nautilus, maybe sometimes, man.
It's just nice not to be in catacombs.
Well, see, they were really like in Platinum, they were really passive the entire time, which is, why my strategy, like, I changed over the mid-game emphasis, and that's why that was working so much better. But it's like, once I hit Diamond, it felt like they were a lot more aggressive. Maybe I just played against some good ADCs, but... I mean, Nautilus and Leona are one of the major contributors to why I stayed Platinum in the second half of the season, to be perfectly honest. Because, like, the engaged champs, especially with those types of passive ADCs, I don't know. I mean, I know they have good win rates overall, but I just don't think they're the best answer in that style of gameplay a lot of times. I mean, more so Leona than Nautilus. I think I went about 50% on Nautilus on the back half of the season, but... I don't think so with Bard. I've tried Bard before. He's early game pressure. I won off of, you know, the most off of his play in mid-game carries, and just saying, you know what, ADC is probably going to be terrible. He's dead, aren't I? Well, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't have ult. Just operating under the assumption the ADC is going to be terrible and just playing for mid-game. Well, like, yeah, I mean, it's whenever they go up for a last hit. Like, that's the easiest thing to predict. Whenever they go up for a last hit, you just hit them with something. Auto attack, a Q, you know, whatever you have. But so many ADCs won't even try that. Like, that's the most fundamental thing. Because, like you said, whenever they're doing that animation, whenever they're auto attacking, they can't do it twice. They have to choose either auto attack the CS or auto attack you, so it should be a free hit. But yeah, it's just so many people won't do that. Dude, the charge time on this ult is just infuriating. I just have to get used to it. It's not Soraka. It's got like a half-second charge time. Like, if that went off immediately, I would have killed the Soraka and lived with a shield. I mean, those champs obviously had a good win rate during that time period. I just wasn't, you know, wasn't playing them right, but...
Yeah, we're acquainted.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent matchup. I mean, Senna is really good right now. It's just, I don't know. We were doing fairly well early. It was just like I was trying to 1v2 the lane, and I was winning on the harassment front, but not by enough. I mean, that's what I always say about harassment champs is, like, unless you're forcing bad backs or getting kills on them, like, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're even in CS and you're both back and they have 1% health and you have 100% health, you didn't make a difference. And that's kind of like how it was. Like, I was harassing the Cosmo. I was harassing the Cosmo and the Pike, but you know what? They still had basically the same CS. They still had basically the same CS as the Lucians. He was sitting there watching me, so it just didn't matter what I did during the laning phase. That's why I stopped playing things like Zyra and Nami right now, is because if people just don't follow up. Then it just doesn't matter. I think Senna falls off later on in the game too. I think her items are still really expensive. I think Senna ADC is a lot stronger, but yeah, I mean, it is strange, but I mean, sometimes people are just bad. I don't know. Like, Lucian, yeah, we should have been pressuring. Like, it's a Kog'Maw. I mean, Kog'Maw is not terrible early game. He's surprisingly actually pretty decent in the early game, but Yeah, it felt to me like the guy just doesn't play ADC a lot. I mean, he's got 6 games, but our team comp just was not very good. I mean, theirs honestly wasn't very good either, though. It was just kind of like both teams had a solo queue team comp. Yeah, the AD, like, in the mid game, you notice I just started kind of petering out. Like, after you get your Umbral, all the rest of the items are just difficult to afford. I think she's way better as ADC. Because you can get Man Immune, which is actually pretty good because her Q applies on hit to everybody. So you can, like, get multiple of, like, the Man Immune on hits in team fights. It's just like a more utility version of Caitlyn. I don't think they nerfed it that hard. It was alright nerf, but... I mean, let me see. Statistically, I haven't looked. They should be doing a new patch. Okay, I mean, maybe that was more significant than I thought. That is like a 4% drop from last patch. I think she was around 50... Maybe a 3.5% drop. I think she was around a 55%. Wow, she felt hard to support. Okay. Alright, maybe she should get nerfed pretty hard. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but statistically, obviously it is, so. My problem is if I play Soraka, then the support can get executioners, which is annoying.
Right.
Damn it, Caitlyn is our main ADC. Or maybe this person's gonna play Cassiopeia, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it's the nerfs. I don't think the support meta has changed that much. Or the ADC meta, like, since the preseason. Like, as far as, like, what people are picking. Now, I do think that what's good, but people are still picking all of the hard engaged stuff plus Senna. So that's still the same. Although Soraka and Janna are getting picked slightly more. Those are the two best ones. I mean, I guess maybe Caitlyn has a good matchup against her. I don't know. The nerfs, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, one patch, you know, like 1 week into a new patch, falls off like 3 or 4% in each role, that it's like strictly just meta shifts and not the, you know, 6 nerfs that they put on her. that didn't have much to do with it. But maybe, I mean, maybe it's a combination of both. Oh, they're switching or something? What? Why do we have a Nivea bottom?
Let me guide you.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what. There's no way to prove either one of those, I guess. There's just super strong correlation between the nerfs and what happened immediately thereafter, but it's not causation, so I guess you can interpret that however you want. Yes, thanks. I think it was Dylan and Wings that donated Dawnbringer and Nightbringer Soraka. Okay, so they have Zerath. Zerath is obnoxious. Yeah, but why weren't they countering her that hard in 9.23? Those champions were still played about the same in that patch. Because she had a 55 ADC win rate. And like a 53 support win rate. What camera do I use? It's a Logitech. I forgot the name of it. It's like one that clips on top of your monitor. It's not a very nice one. It's like $30. It's like a Logitech C9 something or other. C920. But there might be something better or cheaper now. I mean, I bought this like almost 5 years ago, 4 years ago at this point. I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't want to debate it anymore. That's fine. If you want to interpret it that way, that's fine. If the nerfs had nothing to do with it, that's fine, man.
The whole cycle in balance. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Cool, man. Were you the person who emailed me also? Or I know someone emailed me about that camera, and I was like, I looked at it when I was in a fevered haze. I was asleep, and then I went back to sleep and forgot about it until just now. Well, that is a viable theory too. Stream to conquer.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Maybe she's just become more popular off of that high win rate over the last patch or so, and then the good players switched off of her onto something else, and it just left a bunch of people that don't know how to play her that well. So
Or go home.
Forgettable words.
that makes a little sense. I feel like the proportions in the jungle changed a little bit with the changes to Dragon. Like, I feel like this is a little closer together than it used to be. I don't know the exact dimensions, but some of them feel a little different.
And finality.
I remember when they widened these lanes quite a bit. Back in like Season 2 or Season 3. Try to all-in us at level 2, probably. Yeah. I missed the cannon. Gotta warm up all day, huh?
twilight can be dusk. You are free from fear. Mortals will make order and chaos. Only with our consent.
Is this promos? No. I don't mind Anivia like that much. And if it's a good Anivia, it's a little weird. I don't know why he didn't just Cassiopeia. That was someone that he has more experience on. Oh.
Mortals must succeed where gods have failed.
They're all running.
End this petty quarrel.
Dude. Well, that means he didn't back, right? No, he did. When did he back? What? I thought he ran straight over the middle.
Sow disorder. Invite serenity. Salvation is it is not your time. Thrive in the limbo.
I feel like Echo is gonna be close, right? Triss is like rage positioning. These guys are mad.
An enemy has been slain.
I guess Yasuo is low. Fine. I thought we needed a back there, but... Can we? Let's do it. Yeah, Echo's top. That was a good call.
An enemy has been slain.
I should have ulted before. He's gonna lose anyways. That was a wasted ult. I should have ulted before to at least get the assist. I thought he was dead either way, but then he got a kill. That's close. Shit. Why, Anivia? God bless. Why did you have to go do that, man? You know I need to back. I've got like 1 billion gold.
Ally has been slain.
Should just let her die. I thought Zach was gonna... Zach didn't have his passive though, but like if Zach actually came over that wall, I think we could have killed her if she got rooted in my silence.
The gods have fought for so long. Most have forgotten their true purpose.
Rakan or Blitzcrank Rakan. Blitz gets banned a lot more. Oh, dude, let me get some of that, bro. Oh, my experience. I don't like Blitzcrank in general. I think he's just too one-dimensional. It's like you hit your hook, he's great, but if you ever miss it, like, it feels terrible. This last like 1 minute's been catastrophic for us. At least Triss going for 3 Dorans, so she's really far behind on her build.
I will quell the fires of pain.
Anyone gonna get metal? Oh, dude, we literally just saw him there. Don't tell Jolty about this game. They're saying Olivia is completely like unviable if we end up winning this. I mean, we're hanging in there. We have a really good team fight comp for later. If we can hang on. I mean, they have a better split comp. But like Soraka with Anivia, Zac, the Zac Yasuo combo, Malphite Yasuo combo, like, pretty gross. We just have to not get like run over. This thing's gonna time out. Yeah, I'm gonna get wanked here, probably. Maybe. I don't know what the timer is on it. Why does that champion move so much? What? Like, why would he go for the Trist instead of the Xerath is what I want to know. Because, like, Triss can jump away. Xerath can't.
A new day. A new
An ally has been slain.
Echo's so obnoxious. I hope this trend of, like, Echo jungle, like, fades off soon.
beginning of our end.
If you want to play Blitz, just play Blitz, man. I mean, you're talking about one-tricking, though. You're not talking about, like, random stuff that people play, you know? Like, Blitz is banned more. LOL, I'm Echo. I have a free jump. Actually, 2 free dashes every, like, 5 seconds.
The day dawns true.
Doesn't his passive also gives him like 80% movement speed or some crazy shit like that? For like 3 seconds. He literally lived through that?
My work remains
Shut down.
my fate unfinished.
Enemy rampage.
Maybe I need to start banning Echo.
Has been destroyed.
You cannot get away from it. It's Soraka. He's so sticky. I mean, yeah, his ult's annoying. The thing that's more annoying to me, though, is that he gets, like, plus 500 movement speed for a passive, and he gets, like, 2 dashes. Like, free-form dashes. Every, like, 5 seconds. Like, that's the most annoying stuff to me.
An enemy has been slain.
A great cataclysm.
Look at all those kills. Echo. Of course he did. Yeah, let's go get Rift. Oh, he's dead. Okay, well, thank God he inted 700 gold of that shutdown.
Mortals must succeed.
Are we not doing that? Who pinged that? I guess we're not. Is there us around here? Okay, the Doran's blades are if you're really far ahead early on, you can press your advantage. The thing is, at like really high elo play and like Korean solo queue and things like that, laning phase matters so much, so they get a ton of laning phase like ultra dominant things. But for, you know, 99.999% of the world's player base, the laning phase doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter as much as it does to the Koreans. So when people try to get all this laning phase heavy stuff, then it doesn't work out as well. Because it puts behind your main build, but it gives you a lot of HP and a lot of AD to dominate early, but the problem is, like, she's behind CS. Like, she didn't get an advantage out of it. So she basically just wasted, like, 600 gold. Because you sell it back, but it's for, like, a much reduced price.
The gods bicker while the world lies neglected.
Like, it's very cost efficient. It's a super cost efficient item. It's one of the most cost efficient items in the game. I think it's like 150% or something. Especially as an offensive item, but I think we just get him. They don't have that. I guess I do have the echo. If someone gets echo stunned, I can CC him out of it. Obviously, don't want to be getting Arded Sensor. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for like Yasuo, but we don't have a traditional AD carry. I mean, it's a good item. Like, it's very slot efficient, but it's early game, and it's not going to be as powerful as other items that you could be getting with their passives and things like that. It just doesn't scale. It's just strictly, like, early game, laning phase dominant. And if you can get ahead, like, 20 CS and secure dragons and things like that in the early game, then it could definitely be worth it. It's not like the Korean players are dumb. Like, they know what they're doing. It's just that type of gameplay doesn't happen at most elos. Oh god. Nice. He got her out of midair. She was trying to jump. It was delightful. I enjoyed seeing that. You got an ult for him? Well, I would have ulted him, dude. I can silence him. If you can ult him and then I silence him, he can't ult. Unless he walks out of it. They're gonna get top lane. I mean, I can't run off the entire screen if he's on it. I know he kills, trust me. I know. I was complaining about it for like 5 minutes earlier. But if my team helps me, like, deal with him, we can beat him. Oh, no way! Wow. I could have tried to snipe the Trish. She's probably backing a tower. Zach is really underrated right now, too. Zach is a really strong jungler. Oh, I thought he had Spirit Massage. Like, come on, bro. You gotta get Spirit Massage, man. You got a Sirach on your team. Yeah, Zach is just stuffing this Trist. I love seeing it. It's delicious. I mean, we could go for Shirley's here. They don't have that much CC. Well, they do have the Xerath stun, too. You know what? And this just has more raw healing power. We'll just stick with that.
The last light guides me.
Your turret has been destroyed. Unstoppable.
A new age cannot begin.
Shut down. Hell. Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Rose. Who's... Do it. Yasuo, Zach, come on. What are we doing? Getting blue? Okay, Echo's bottom. Yeah, I just feel like I have so much more power over this game than I have been like trying all these other champs over the past couple of days. These like better early game pressure champs. I didn't even see the castle. No, dude, you're gonna beat him everything, man. I guess maybe if Anivia's there, I don't know. Damn, I was gonna flash over that wall with that Cassid and just pop me for that last little bit.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm like 99% sure he didn't put Soraka. Maybe he did. I know he put Janna there, but...
From the fires of opposition.
You just remember who put her there first. He may have put her up there on this tier list. I think it was like his recon placement. They got me scratching my head. I think he had recon like tier 3 or something, maybe tier 4. All the tier lists that I see from like pro guides and all that crap, like none of them have Soraka tier 1. Because they're all just like statistical based, you know? Dude, get this thing off me. It's almost entirely statistical based. Like all they do is just run through like u.gg, pick the highest rated champions, and say 1 or 2 sentences about it, and that's it. And just say they have like some kind of committee of pros or something that, you know, make their decisions. And it's so obvious they do that because like they'll say, you know, we don't rate new champions or newly reworked champs until, you know, there's at least 1 patch worth of data. It's like, come on, man, you guys can't even speculate. Like all you got are stats. You have no like critical thinking about what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I listen to them just because sometimes there is something that I haven't thought about. Get this thing off me. That's right. God, this Yasuo though. Whoa! Holy, what was that damage? Why did I get caught up in this shit? Well, the thing is, like, if Bizzle's going Diamond Plus, Rakan should, like, 10,000% be a high tier. Like, I could kind of see the argument where some people say that Rakan at lower tiers is not as strong. I don't entirely buy that argument. But, like, he's definitely, like, he's at his best at, like, Challenger and Pro level play. With, like, highly coordinated play. I could see if you were targeting, like, Gold and lower, maybe not having Rakan there. I mean, I think I had him at tier 2, but, if he, like, Rakan's the type of champ that should really never be under tier 2. And tier 2 for me is top 10. Just, there's not really a world where a champion with that much, like, flexibility and power. The Rachel of the group? What is a rate? I don't know that reference. I know, like, Rachel was that Jennifer Aniston from Friends. She's, I don't know, like, what her type is, though. I haven't watched enough. I assume that's what you're referencing. Is it the one that's, like, off and on with her boyfriend for, like, 10 years?
Shut down.
Character archetype. Yeah, but what is it? Because she's not like she's not that dumb, right? I don't know what like her stereotype is. Maybe kind of emotional. I don't know the Friends. I can't differentiate the Friends that much. I know Ross is kind of like a little beta academic guy. Chandler kind of who's the kind of buff guy, the sort of handsome that dates a lot of the people with the dark hair? Is that Chandler? Or no, Chandler's the one that dates Monica, I think. They're just kind of like the, I don't know, the most normalized, maybe? I don't know. Phoebe's like the ditzy blonde one, right? Like, occasionally got like some, like, non-traditional wisdom every now and then. Well, I don't know how to answer that because I don't know what that means. I mean, Rachel's like, isn't she like the most popular one? I mean, they're all like friends, but doesn't she like garner a lot of attention from other people? And she's like really kind of outgoing. Sort of like the people person, the social person. Like she'd be like the cheerleader, popular girl in high school or something. Jolty, you like that, man? We got hard carried by Nivea bot lane that time. I knew you'd love that. Okay, Karen I'm a little bit more familiar with. Karen, I think, is perceived to be someone that is probably like 40 plus, maybe 30 plus, and is someone who comes in and is really, really demanding and has unrealistic expectations for like entry level like retail workers or just like service jobs. So the kind of person that would come in and, I mean, the main thing is she like will demand to see her manager, usually over something that's like relatively trivial. She comes in and she's just like, oh my god, this you know, whatever, my steak was cold or something when it was served, and they run back and they put the temp on it and it's like 1 degree under what the appropriate temperature is for serving it. The kind of person where people just, you kind of roll your eyes. Exactly. Kind of condescending customer. Like, it's condescending, but it's like, it's also like stupid. Like, it's not like someone that's like condescending but kind of knows what they're talking about. They're just sort of elitist. It's like, I think it's got a hint of like, they're condescending but they're like really dumb too. I don't know, man. I think Jolty's OP, man. Or not Jolty, Anivia.
Fine. I don't need more enemies.
But yeah, that one I kind of understand. I worked in the service industry for a while. I didn't run into too many Karens, but usually they're just pretty funny. They take themselves like really seriously. I think Rachel's probably just the outgoing, social, popular girl. I mean, that would be the closest thing I could think about, but I don't know friends well enough to fully understand that. Who just, like, maybe has unrealistic expectations about romance, is like a dreamer, but not really practical, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the girl with big ambitions. Hey, what's up, Eric? I use the, it's Logitech C920. There's probably a better model. It's like 4 years old. I'd probably just look at, like, a tech review thing from, like, YouTube to get a sense of, like, what's... I mean, Relic Shield is basically just a better new coin. On range champs. You gotta link it after you carry. Yumi had to be changed for pro.
Fine. I don't need more enemies. Aphelios? Yeah, he's alright. It feels like he's pretty weak early game, but like in the mid game, he seems to get kind of strong. It's sort of hit or miss. I think they're nerfing him next patch. I think there's a patch tomorrow. They should have given out patch notes today, but for some reason they didn't. They're trolling, so. Ooh, Kaisa. I still don't understand him enough.
I am feeling a little bit better, Aaron. Hopefully. I was feeling great this morning.
Let me guide.
I described it like a lot. Grey Graves. Popular cheerleader girl with a big heart and big ambitions. That's my best guess. I mean, Jolty, I think like literally everyone agrees that she's terrible now. Like, I don't think anyone's disagreeing with that. But at the same time, I think that like because of professional play, she needed something changed about her, and I don't think anyone likes the changes. I don't think anyone thinks that was a good idea. I think everybody kind of agrees about that, but that she did need changes. It was just like she was basically pick ban in pro, and she had a 43% win rate in solo queue or something like that. Like that's a non-functional champion. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Keep me number one.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
In twilight,
30 seconds until minions spawn.
mortals will inherit the future.
Well, type it out, Knack Knack. It's not too obscene. Yeah, it doesn't let you link in here because of trolls. Obviously, you know, you're not a troll, but it's extremely rare that a moderated chat's going to allow, like, unidentified users to post links. It could be viruses, it could be, you know, child porn or something. Who knows what could get linked, so that's why we don't allow, like, random links.
Sow disorder, invite serenity.
I see, okay, that's a little bit different than what I thought. Ash is so obnoxious early on.
With purpose,
First blood.
Heaven. Banish your fear.
Bro. Wow, what was that pathing? Did y'all see that pathing?
An enemy has been slain.
I stand strong.
She's got to be basically out of mana, right? Like, she's non-stop spamming her Q level 1. Yeah. I knew she was going to do that shit, too. She even ignited the wrong fucking person. Oh, what a joke.
I rise anew.
Kaisa should have just taken heal, and I should have taken barrier.
As the wars of gods rage on, humanity quietly rises.
Hopefully Kane will come down here and punish that. I still just hate having Kai'Sa's on my team. Fortunately, a lot of people haven't been playing her lately. They just pretty much auto-lose against every mainstream champ right now.
Daylight rises.
Sona's not great right now. She got nerfed pretty hard earlier on in the season, and Soraka is just a far better version of Sona. I tried out Sona, like, it was a day or two ago against Soraka. Because it used to be about an even matchup, but Soraka's costs are just way better. I need to be putting my wards out more. He's level 5.
This divine conflict must end.
Yeah, but Soraka also heals herself when she harasses with her Q. Like, a lot. It's just like Sona's W early game just costs so much mana, and like the heal is so small. Unless you're hitting like multiple targets and you're using the shield, then it's not gonna be worth it. Wow, we're getting. How's he up a whole level? They have equal. I guess the assist. They have equal farm. He must have leached some experience from the lane, and it's just like that little shred of extra experience. Gave him the level up.
I forge my
Okay, at least she didn't get an amp tome.
An enemy has been slain.
Really wish Kane would come down here. I mean, I guess he needs to be level 6, but. I mean, Sona's harassment is guaranteed. Like, you can dodge the Soraka Qs. Like, that's one of the big differences, but. I think Sona's probably better early game, but Soraka's probably better late, but it's pretty close. Wow, he tried to go straight under tower like that. I'm gonna miss this cannon wave too. It's unfortunate. I guess I could have maybe popped the potion and stayed. She should die here. I don't think she has her... She may have just gotten her... No, she doesn't have it. Okay.
Why murder one when you can slaughter many?
Do I even hate Stormrazor Kai'Sas? Yeah. She just doesn't have enough pressure early game, like in this meta right now. I mean, I like the Stormrazor better than I like the Manamune, but...
Ladies must succeed, where gods have failed.
Is he gonna ult me? 6, I think.
Confront me.
No. I mean, who saw that coming? That's warded too. We really need Kled. Okay, maybe. Okay, well that was a slaughter. I approve of that message. I thought that was gonna be bad, but they ended up catching somebody out over here. I missed who it was. It's such a weird fight. I mean, I like enchanters, but I mean, the Stormrazor is the optimal Kai'Sa. I just think the champion herself is slow in this meta. I mean, she's still good when she gets to like 2 to 3 items, but she just doesn't have a ton of lane pressure early on. She gets poked out by most matchups. I mean, she's not the worst AD carry in the world. Like, she's probably like tier 2. I just think that things like Caitlyn, Senna, Caitlyn, Senna, Jhin, Misfortune, a lot of these more like early game, like pressure ADCs are gonna be better. Yeah, that Camille TP was one of like the least scary things I've seen in a long time. I mean, she's 0-5 though, so it's kind of to be expected, I guess. Kled God. No. I've got the mid to late game taken care of as Soraka. I just don't want to get run over early. They can win around other lanes. I just don't want to be down like 50 CS and be like 0-5 in the lane. I mean, there is some thought to that, you know, you want to have like matching, like emphasis on late game, but you need to not have too much late game scaling. Like, you gotta have something going on early. So usually, you know, in a game you'd want like maybe 3 things that scale pretty well and then 2 things that are like good in the early game. That's a super generalization, but the problem is if you get run over early on, it's not just the lane, it's like you're gonna have to start giving up dragons and the support's gonna start roaming and camping middle. Like, a lot of bad things start happening. Almost.
Unstoppable. Unstoppable.
The thing is, a lot of those champions that I mentioned aren't even like that bad in the mid to late game. Like Caitlyn's been fixed a lot because of Stormrazor, because now she has 2 big items, really 3. She has a very like smooth, strong 3-item curve. She can go Infinity into Stormrazor into Rapid Fire Cannon. The game's probably over by then. And all those items are really good on her. In the past, she was really weak after 1 item because she has terrible scaling. With attack speed. She has a really low base attack speed, so in the past, when you had to get things like double Zeal item, you had to go like Infinity Edge, you know, Static Shiv, Rapid Fire Cannon. That was pretty weak. She wants crit and she wants heavy AD, and historically there's only been 1 item that gives that, but now there's 2 items. So that has helped her power curve out immensely, not just in the early game, but also in the mid game. So it smooths over one of her major weaknesses. And then Misfortune is just really amazing in team fights. Same thing with like a crit build. She goes Infinity Edge, Essence Reaver, I believe. So it's the same type of deal. Infinity Edge, Essence Reaver, really strong 1-2 punch.
The whole sample.
Godlike.
Got Kane near me if Nocturne ult. Okay, they got rid of that forward they had again. Where's that? Oh, bot lane. No, okay, we can't handle it. She doesn't really need the Essence Reaver that much. I mean, you could do that, but like at that point, Rapid Fire Cannon, like the range on that. And it does have synergy with Stormrazor too. I mean, like, it wouldn't be terrible, but that's also, like, a lot of really expensive items. All of those are over 3,000. Rapid Fire is, like, 2,600, I think, so. Sadie, I'm going to get you. Sadie says, that's fine, you can get me, I just want some food. Alright, let me refill my drink really quick and I'll be back. Sadie says, wah, wah. Thanks, Space Bazooka. The cat. Oh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I need to update the tier list link. Yeah, I need to get her to just write my dissertation. I think optimal Kaisa these days is Stormrazor gets Gensu's Hurricane. From what I've seen.
Fine. I don't need more enemies.
Quinn tech. I don't like that. If you don't like, it shouldn't be tech. Either you're good on Quinn or you're not. I mean, it's not really tech. Like, he plays Quinn. When I'm thinking tech, I'm thinking like something that's innovative that you just kind of whip out. Picking K. I don't want to give him.
I'm on the case.
I don't want to give him Caitlyn Morg. It'd be obnoxious. They're probably gonna go like Jen Morg or something, but. I forgot I have it. Next time we do viewers night, I want to play some more Caitlyn. Should probably be picked or banned a lot, but. I guess Raka, yeah, it could be Rakan or Soraka. Yeah, we could do blind picks, I guess. I guess people don't care much for the Kassadin nerfs. I've been seeing them a lot. A Klepto build on Kate. Yeah, that was fun, but obviously Klepto's not in the game anymore. Now, I was trying Essence Reaver also, but you don't have to do that now if they have Storm Razor.
Awaken! Hope and order.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I will quell the fires of conflict.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I must walk the in-between.
Minions have spawned.
A new age cannot begin until the old one ends.
More and more people are doing this AP Shyvana. I don't know. I tried that on Viewers Night. I wasn't super pleased with it. I'm probably not going to run Orange Support, man. I don't think it's that great. If people want to donate for it, like, I can try it out in the normals, but if I'm playing ranked, I'm playing to try to win most of the time. Or I'm playing something that's like really strong.
First blood.
Wow, what? How? You literally just like steal the red and flash over the wall or something? Flash bind it, please. Wait, why is Zen still up there? No, damn it. God, I need to get the cannon on this one. I was too busy watching the Zen.
Conviction is faith.
I thought he was gonna pop me. This Lucian feels pretty unsteady. It feels pretty scared.
An ally has been slain.
I wish Kate would actually get aggressive. I mean, Morgana can walk over the traps. Kate still gets a headshot, I'm pretty sure. Even though she doesn't, Morg doesn't get immobilized. So she should still be trying to put down traps, I think. It's not $4,000, just 10. If people want to see me play something, your favorite champion and normal is just $10. It's not like it's an insane amount of money for most people.
An ally has been slain.
She wasn't even close enough to trigger the thing. It's unfortunate. But it's gotta be, I just can't do it just for the hell of it though, because, you know, if I was on a Smurf account or something, I probably could, but, you know, do more unusual things. But, you know, I'm trying to win here. As much as I can in ranked, I just can't really, like, goof around in this elo bracket.
With purpose and command.
An ally has been slain.
This divine conflict must end.
It's gonna be one of those better jungler win type of games, probably.
The world of pain is unprecedented.
We're just like farming off with them. We should be harassing them a lot more. Like, we have a huge advantage early game. This Caitlyn's just so scared though. They backed, man. We gotta push. Well, maybe they didn't. I thought they did. Okay, well, we're gonna get a push advantage on them then.
An ally has been slain.
ADC back supports sacrificing the back to get better wave positioning. That's fine.
An ally has been slain.
God, guys, please just stop dying.
I am the last light.
Breaking out the
Born between
Quintet
light
here.
and dark. See me and know the end comes. The night is long. The day dawns true. Divinity wanes. whole cycle is balanced.
Headshot.
Sow disorder. Inflict serenity.
Oh shit, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I was muted for blowing my nose. I was just saying, it should have just backed up. I knew Zen was on the bot side anyways. I mean, Lucian's at like full health. Caitlyn's not harassing at all. So there's like no point trying to harass him under tower and take that kind of risk. What? Why? Dude.
My work remains undone. My fate unfinished.
They're just like gonna hang out in our own tri-bush and blind dive. I guess. Sure. With no wave. I mean, that happens on the other side sometimes, like here, because there's like a larger gap. I don't know. This end's really good. He's like at really weird angles doing weird stuff that's like paying off. Like the level 1 flash, like steel red flash over raptor pits. Kill the Cassid at level 1. I mean, he like Zen does fall off, but like when it's 2 to 12. I don't know. He's so far ahead. It's like even if Shyvana shows up, though, they probably just kill her. And Shyvana's good later, but like early on, it's pretty worthless. I guess Morg has 3 of their kills, and she really doesn't do anything after she gets like Moby boots. Doesn't have any scaling. I saw there was a controller down there, but I was in a hurry. There goes our hourglass, too. Nice. Alright, well, that was a good sequence. We needed that. Seriously? Bro, come on, Shyvana. You can't tell me you need that more than Kazuna does. He's gonna be there. Damn, should have buried. I didn't think he was going to delete me that fast. It's like 500 damage instantly. I mean, I know he's fed, but... Okay, Caston's starting to go off.
Has been slain. Executed.
That's bad.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The last light
I should have gotten a sweeper instead. Right there. Too busy looking down.
From the fires of opposition, I forge my own.
An ally has been slain.
That Quintek, baby!
The gods bicker while the world lies neglected.
I'm dead. Forgot there wasn't a tower there for a second.
A great cataclysm approaches.
Really need boots. It's like either boots or Mikhail's though, last bag. Mikhail's is just such a large amount of extra power. I mean, some of this is gonna be warded, probably.
Gift of radiance.
I don't know, man. I guess at Akali and Zen, maybe we can keep them low. Damn, I literally just cleansed the Cassidon and then I get hit by the Q. I tried to cleanse the slow off of him. Oh god.
My work remains undone. My fate unfinished.
This game's spooky. Oh, she already sold the Doran's blades. That feels so terrible when you have open slots in your inventory and you're selling blades. I mean, Cassidon's starting to get pretty big though. Like, they don't have any grievous wounds yet. I mean, it's still a long shot, but it's not like as far as it was, you know, 5 or 10 minutes ago. Oh my god, dude, these pulls. I'm gonna fucking burn out, aren't I? Shyvana's like, hey, let me go into melee combat. Let me just run into melee combat real quick with this Darius. It's like, dude, you're AP Shyvana. don't go into melee combat. Like, you just run around and throw your E at them from range. Especially someone who's that fed and that dangerous.
Enemy killing spree.
Like, you're basically pretty much one button on AP Shyvana. You transform, and then you spam E. That's it. Maybe should have dodged this one. I don't know. The AP Shyvana's rough. It's in a rough place right now. What's up, Midge? Bot side of the map is useless, huh? Bot side of the map is the only side of the map. Alright, top side of the map literally doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, like, when your top laner goes 0-6 or something like the Quinn, yeah. But in general, the bottom side of the map is, like, super important. Oh, that's another reason why this is probably viral instead of bacterial.
I don't need more enemies.
My lymph nodes are swollen, and it says that's almost always from viral. Oh my god, of course I don't ban Blitz, and they pick Blitz. Sorry, I was muted again from blowing my nose. Okay, thank goodness someone dodged. I really did not want to play against Caitlyn. Yeah, I mean, you still see him some in Diamond. I mean, they did buff him a pretty good chunk earlier in the season. Yeah, it is. I've tried not to mention it as much because unfortunately there is still devious elements on the internet. The more I think about like what happened last spring, and I don't want to go into it, it's just kind of like the crazy stuff at my workplace. I think that a large part of that was from someone like from the channel that was malicious. Because I thought it had been this one student, but the more that I go back and think about like what transpired and the way that it transpired, I think there's at least like a 40 or maybe not 40, maybe like a 50% chance that it was someone from the chat. No, it's all good, Salgor. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I used to, you know, talk about that stuff more often, but it's just, it's right. And just the way that I've seen like the trolls, especially from someone that was at least affiliated with someone who was, you know, a big part of the channel for a long time, it's just really kind of, you know, it's kind of hurt my trust. Not obviously with any of my current, you know, mods or anyone else on the channel, like most people on the channel, but it doesn't take most people. It just takes like one malicious actor. And like nothing bad came out of the spring thing, but it could have. So, no, I appreciate it, buddy. Happy birthday. I hate to be a sullen whatever. That's also why I'm taking down the Facebook page. That's the biggest evidence for me that it was someone from the channel, because they used an image from the TSP Facebook page, and I just don't think there's any way that, I mean, maybe that student could have figured out about that page, but I tried to reverse, like, to go through, like, Google private viewing or whatever it's called, with no cookies and all that stuff. I tried to, like, just search for, you know, my name if you only knew my, like, you know, my real name as a student or whatever, and you didn't know that I had this channel. I tried to figure out, could you, like, how difficult is it to figure out that I have this channel? And there would be no reason she would ever suspect that I would have something like this channel, because I never mentioned it in class. And so I think it highly unlikely, and she just didn't care. Like, she was kind of a sassy student. I just think she just didn't care that much in general. And so, but if you know me on the channel, then there are much easier ways. If you know that I'm the strategy professor, there were so many easier ways that you could figure out who I am in real life. And so that's what leads me to believe it was probably the other way around. Someone from the channel, you know, infesting my real life thing. I don't want to go into it. No, I'm kind of talking cryptically. But I was advised by some of my lawyer friends to just not even bring it up or talk about it really in, like, any specific details. It's basically someone just tried to get me fired by making up a bunch of false allegations and things like that from my university. And it was either this one student or it was a disgruntled person from the channel. And based on everything I've seen so far, I think the more likely scenario, the more and more I think about it, is someone from the channel. Especially after kind of like the crazy stuff that happened, you know, a couple of months ago at this point. Sure, Mitch. Yeah, man. Anytime you want to donate for whatever, I'm down. But yeah, that's why I'm taking down the TSP Facebook. I'm still going to have the Discord, still going to have, Still gonna have the Twitter, but it's a lot easier, I think, to like Facebook just has a lot more loopholes, and it's a lot easier to figure out like who are like, you know, who I am and my real life acquaintances. It's just like it's so easy to get so much information off of Facebook. Well, Amir, let's not. We don't know that for sure, man. Let's not bring all that in. That was at a time where I'm pretty sure that she was still cool with the channel, but I don't know for sure. And that's strictly just hearsay. Why is it like lagging? It feels like the countdown's lagging. The stream's not lagging. I mean, that's possible, Amir, but we don't know for sure. Oh. There you go. Oh, so it's like Swain support? I know, that's why I tell people not to say my name, Amir. Or just like give any sort of revealing information about me. I mean, I shared that story one time about, and this was like a nice gesture, but it was just kind of crazy, like how easy it was to find out all this information. Was that this was a couple of years ago, probably at this point, like late at night, it was like 11 p.m. and, you know, we heard like a knock on the door and the doorbell rang. And we're like, we were pretty new in Ohio, and you know, we're just like, no one will be knocking on our door this time of night. What's going on? And then I looked outside. You know, somebody was there with this car, but I couldn't really see much about it. And I was like, okay. And then they just went away. So I was like, whatever. And then I saw like the next day, my email account. I think it was my personal email account too. It might have been at my Strategy Professor email account. I can't remember. They got this receipt for like a, it said order confirmed for Domino's Pizza. And I was like, we never ordered Domino's Pizza. And so I looked in and I was like, wait, what? And then like no one had charged it to my account. Someone else had paid for it. But they had used my email address. They had used my phone number, not my current phone number, but a phone number I haven't had for like 10 years. Probably even, maybe even 15 years at this point. It was like a landline number from 2 different states away. It had been my, like my mom's house number. Like my grandma's house number. I lived in the same house anyways. So yeah, they'd found my number from like 10 years ago and used that as the confirmation number. They used my personal email as confirmation email, and they tried to pay for and send me a pizza from online. They said they thought I looked hungry, and I don't know who did that. I still don't know who did that. So I was like, guys, I don't mind if you want to send me something like that, but like, tell me about it so I don't get freaked out.
Thrive in the limit.
And just like no one told me who did it. I was like, I'm not mad or anything. But yeah, so it's just like, wow. Yeah, I mean, and then I tried to like figure out if I could, you know, how quickly I could find information like that. And you can find that kind of stuff like really quickly for like $5 or something online even. So yeah, it's freaky. Especially in this age of kind of Me Too, if you're a guy, you know, sometimes an accusation's enough to ruin your entire career. Now, fortunately, my university is was very cool and has a very thorough and fair process to evaluate anonymous claims, but
that was just so now I try to firewall. I know it's impossible, and like the most malicious people probably will be able to figure out that stuff anyways. But I try to make it about, you know, as hard as I can. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, you know, we have 28,000 subscribers. Like, there's a lot of people that come through here, and it doesn't take 28,000 people. It takes, like, one person who's a bad actor, you know? Can we get a gank on this clown lane? Did he flash? I don't know if he flashed.
Sunrise or sunset? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, this lane's rough. I mean, it's super open to ganks. Like, neither one of them has any escapes. But, yeah, if they just get to sit there and do their thing.
With purpose.
Fortune, please. Like, you have to quit getting snared.
Has been slain.
I need to be putting down more. I've been really bad about just, like,
Elegance in darkness.
talking and chilling and all this stuff. Do we have a jungler? I mean, that's Misfortune's fault, but, like, we should be pressuring a lot more this lane. Like, this is one of the, it's like a Xerath lane, you know? It's like, it's just gonna win unless it's, like, interfered with. Okay, he got the message. Okay, I mean, they're about to back. If we kill middle...
An enemy has been slain.
The night is long. The day.
Oh, I think they had it warded. They're not moving on it. Okay, he's top.
Deserving of redemption.
Okay, he's...
Has been slain.
What's up, chef? Yes, I do have a humidifier. My wife has all kinds of little, like,
Divinity reigns.
just things. Little trinkets and gadgets and stuff around the house. I don't use much other... She has, like, Mucinex and all this other stuff, too. I did use the humidifier, though, but I don't use a lot of the other, the other stuff.
In the grace springs new hope. Sleep.
I don't know what an air fryer is. I am starting to feel a little bit better now. I know I'm still like sneezing and stuff, but it feels like it's kind of out of my head.
I mean, we'll see. But
From the fires
I did
of
feel good
opposition,
halfway through last week too, and then I kind of relapsed. I think I literally caught something else because this, like, I hadn't really had any congestion with the first one. It was just like I was just coughing up a lot of stuff, and it was just like annoying. I was just coughing a lot. But this one, so I think what happened was I got a cold originally from either my daughter. Everyone in our house had something. It was like a cold, and then they all recovered, and then I didn't. They all recovered in like a week or something, and then I didn't. So I think it turned into like bronchitis. And then just as I was almost done with the bronchitis, then I got like the flu or something like that. My wife's been harping me like all season to go get my flu shot. I think it was the flu. I mean, I don't know what else it could be. It still could be the bronchitis, but it felt different. I felt a lot weaker. I'm dead, aren't I? I should have put the silence closer to her. Oh, never seen that.
A new day.
I mean, I've had some bronchitis stuff in the past that lasted like a long time. Like probably 2 or 3 months. I need to get back in shape. This has never happened to me. I mean, I was younger in my 20s, obviously, but I was also in better shape. Had better nutrition, slept better, and I virtually never got sick. I wish we'd shut this Yasuo down, though. This is so, because he just like, he does so well into, he does so well into him. Fortunately, she shuts out her ult, and she doesn't have any mobility to like get away from him when he starts going off.
Your fate is written.
Yeah, the thing about antibiotics, you really shouldn't be taking those unless you have a bacterial infection, because like what happens is every time anyone uses antibiotics, a certain percentage of the bacteria live and they evolve, like they learn about that antibiotic basically, and they develop resistances to it. And so, like, it's still good, like, if you take them, like, all the way through, if it's something that's prescribed and, like, is actually killing a bacteria that's doing you harm, it's a worthwhile trade-off. But if people are just, like, mass using, you know, antibiotics for things they don't really need, then it just escalates the evolution of the bacteria. And it's starting to become, like, a real thing with, like, MRSA in hospitals, like, multi-drug resistant staph. And things like that. Shit, seriously? Oh my god. It does kill health. I mean, if you needed it, if it was bacterial, then, you know, you obviously needed it, but... well, they got me. I should have warded over that wall. It's just such a weird place to hide. I don't know. Junglers are definitely, you know, obviously going to get a bit smarter in Diamond, though. They got, you know, they'll think of some weird stuff that's kind of out there. It's working, though. Coming. You don't have ult? No, you don't have ult. I mean, okay, well they had it control worded.
End this war.
Sometimes it just sucks. You just gotta ride it out. There are like some retroviral stuff they have now, like Tamiflu. That has some side effects that I'm not 100% sure. I mean, a lot of times just viruses that aren't like super threatening if you're a relatively healthy person. You just gotta ride it out and it sucks, but that's it. That's just how it is right now with modern medicine. Yeah, it's Tamiflu. I don't know. That has side effects too. Like I think you just gotta ride it out. Like it's annoying if it's not gonna be like extremely debilitating. I should just get a flu shot. If it's not gonna be like extremely debilitating, you know, if you don't have something like major professional going on or whatever. What? How did he get around that? Oh my god. Why is she there?
Rise anew.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Its life hasn't changed you.
Yeah, I think Soraka's a contributor. I think Soraka's strong as hell. I mean, I said that at the very beginning of the preseason. I was calling this for a really long time. I said I was shocked that so few people picked up on how good all those changes were for Soraka. And that she wasn't even on anybody's radar. I mean, the thing is, things like Zyra, can get Morellonomicon and stuff like that. I mean, the thing, like, if it wasn't Soraka, it would also be, like, Janna, though. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not just Soraka with the mages. It's just mages in general have bad itemization. Like, so they are really good in the early game, but some of those champs have really bad matchups, so, like, different kinds of range champs, too. But, I mean, Soraka in particular is really strong because of how well she scales. Just mages just get outscaled unless you get really far ahead. Because your items are just too expensive for a support. A lot of times. Oh, I got the eye. I didn't even realize that. Basically, Zyra, I mean, that's been that way for a long time, though. The problem is, like, you can't give mages a good item in the bot lane because they've tried that with, like, the previous Shurelya's that had AP on it, but solo laners abuse it. I mean, that's the real issue.
An ally
been slain. Mortals must succeed where gods
I need to go find a place to pressure. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Just gonna wait and get one more of these.
the whole cycle in balance.
Whereas, like, enchanters, very, very few champions use enchanter items outside of support, and that's why they can go, like, hard power on the enchanter support items, because they're not going to get abused in solo lanes. Oh, he missed it! Oh my god, he missed his Q on a stationary target. This Lee's been doing so well all game, too. We really needed that one. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't think Nico was ever really that amazing as support, but I'm gonna try to just use Rift down here. I'm using Rift down here, bro.
I will quell the fires of
What the? How the fuck does he do that through my silence? I've got to go back and watch this, because this has happened like 5 times, like over the last like week or so. I've seen Yasuo's do this. They still activate their ult through my silence, and it pisses me off. Like, how does he do that? Why were there 5 people bottom
a new day.
immediately? Like, when I cast Rift, there's no reason everybody should be bottom. Baron's up. Like, there's no dragon. Why were there 5 people randomly bottom? Maybe they, I guess they had it warded or something. Like, that's warded, but I don't know.
I must bring the world to balance.
And also it's just like going off because like no one shut him down early. Apparently he can ult through silence.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
The world hangs on a precipice.
Why can't I cast a Q on Baron? I know it's in range. The pathing around like walls is just so squirrely sometimes. Let's go. Why are we running? I don't understand why we disengage that and just left Zed to die.
Gift of radiance.
We're gonna lose this dragon.
I will not let you from following I forge
Really?
my
They have that warded? They have that warded? Shit, I'm dead, aren't I? Probably dead, yep. I mean, what? It's not warded. Were they just lucky? Was that just a... He had to know where I was. He threw the eye, like, right on me. Okay, there we go. Now Vlad's doing stuff.
my work remains
Page.
Okay. Nice. Well, they chased me and they chased a few other people.
or stasis.
No, we don't have time. We don't have time for Baron. I don't think. I mean, we can get vision on it. I'm going back and watching this shit.
Elegance in darkness, ferocity in light. The night is long, the day dawns true.
Well, Vlad just got some damage too. He's got this like super beta build here. With like proto hourglass. They ripped him back. That was close. I wasn't expecting the flash. Okay, nice. Who's pushing bottom? Chased it in too far, and Kha'Zix was just hanging out in the area. Vlad might be able to do a hero play here, but they're not. Are they doing it? They're not doing it yet. Kha'Zix is right there. They're thinking about it.
I rise
that was rough.
An enemy has been
We didn't have
slain.
vision on the Kazakhs. The Kazakhs just came in and like instantly deleted me. We could have killed the Yasuo, but Kazakh just jumped on me and did like 5,000 damage.
Until the old one ends.
2 items. I'd much rather face fed heavy AP stuff, because at least you know, Mikhail's gives magic resist. There's not really a good armor item for enchanters. Soraka does tip the power scale a lot in team fights.
Thrive in the wind.
They just have like random ass wards just like everywhere in this game.
Stand strong. Conviction and faith.
What the fuck? What are these guys doing? Like, Camille's all over our ADC, Vlad's here, but where's everybody else? Like, they all just, like, chase Jace, like, a million miles or so? I don't understand. Like, Kha'Zix is on me, Camille's on the Misfortune. Vlad's, like, zoning off their other 2 people, so it's like these 2 guys are on, like, 1 person. The 1 and 8 Jace. We got him, boys! Got that 1 and 8 Jace shut down.
My work remains undone. My fate unfinished.
I've died so many times in this game. It's just, I mean, like, nobody's peeling. Like, with the Camille, the Kha'Zix, and the Jace. This is a rough game for Soraka. I can't read all that dedicated. Soraka is obviously extremely powerful in team fights. I don't know, if you don't believe in that, I don't know what to tell you.
From order and chaos springs
Your turret has been destroyed.
mortals mark order and chaos. Only with
Has been slain.
How did he get caught?
Your turret
He get Camille'd or something, I guess? I don't know. Come on! What the? Stop doing Gronk! Is Miss Fortune literally sitting there like doing Gronk? Well, we aced him. Can we get anything? Baron's up. Lee's dead though, right? Oh, we don't want to do it with Lee dead. No, we can't. Soraka isn't the kind of champ you sacrifice yourself to kill. Hell yes, she is, dude. People do that every game. They try to sacrifice themselves to kill me in team fights. I mean, Soraka's vulnerable. Like, that's her weakness, is that you can get to her and kill her, but if you leave her alone, like, she will destroy you. This guy just gave up a Baron to kill me. Damn, I wish my flash wasn't off cooldown. I probably would have died anyways by flash, though. Outside of my range. Missed the Baron though. We're just hinting now.
A new day.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna argue about this for 2 hours. Like, Soraka's extremely powerful in team fights. I mean, if you don't believe it, that's fine. Don't target her. Don't play her. I don't think it's worth really discussing that much. Vladimir is doing very well. Vlad's a strong champ.
Mortals?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's bad to do that with anybody, hardly. Like, for all 5 of them to chase me into our territory when they had an advantage and just could have gotten Dragon, yeah, but I don't think that's a Soraka thing. I think that's just them, like, being bad at macro, and I think they would have chased me like that even if I was Zyra or Nautilus or anything. I think they just saw a vulnerable champion and wanted to kill him. I don't think that was a Soraka-specific thing. Okay. Well, I mean, if that's what you're saying, I agree. I just don't think that's a Soraka thing. Felt like that was a bad idea. We should have just backed up.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Sunrise or sunset?
I've died so many times this game, it's ridiculous. But like their whole team is just built for basically killing Soraka. I know, man. Someone who spawns has to get that, though. We gotta try to hold this. We need to be pushing middle, probably. We need Zed. Yeah, they have everybody. Is that just basically game? Just Lee Sin went in. They just win.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
He's literally had to wait like 3 seconds on Zed, and he tries to go for the hero play and dies. Oh, he got the Drake, great. They got the game. Just give him the Drake, hold him there, wait on Zed to show up, and we win that fight easily, probably, and then we just win the game. Yeah, but he lost the game. Was it this game or another game where he lost the dragon to the support? I think that was this game. He lost one of the dragons to the Swain early on. Otherwise, we would have had that soul a long time ago. So he had some, like, pretty huge goofs. I mean, he had a good KDA, but... Alright, well that's gotta be it for me tonight. We'll get back in here tomorrow night. As I still am a little bit sick, need to still rest. Make sure I get that settled, but... Anyways, that's gonna be it. Thank y'all very much. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.